Reed is outside the federal district courthouse in Washington. That's where Flynn is scheduled to appear in about an hour from now. Paula, good morning.
Good morning. Now, there were several clues over the last few weeks that this plea deal was coming. First of all, sources confirmed to us that Mike Flynn's attorneys had stopped cooperating with the White House and stopped sharing information with them about the investigation. Sources also told me that certain witnesses who were expected to testify about Mike Flynn before the grand jury had been told to hold off. They had been pushed back. We also know that Flynn's attorney met with the special counsel on Monday. Now, all of these clues told us there was a possible plea deal, and we knew that there were two possible things he could be charged with. The first was violations of requirements that you have to register when you're lobbying on behalf of a foreign country. We know that at least half a dozen witnesses have gone before the grand jury here at federal court and testified about Mike Flynn's lobbying work on behalf of Turkey and Russia, so we knew that was a possible charge. And it appears here in this plea deal, special counsel has pushed aside that charge for now and allowed him to only plead guilty to making false statements to the FBI about his meetings with Russian Ambassador Sergei Kislyak. Now, this is an incredibly significant witness for Robert Mueller, because you have to remember, Mike Flynn would have been there for all those initial discussions and conversations with the administration at the outset. So he's going to have a lot of potentially very valuable information for the special counsel.
Paula, thank you. Just to put this in perspective, the magnitude of it all. This is the second now associate of the president. His campaign chairman, Paul Manafort, had been indicted. Now his national security advisor, Michael Flynn, indicted as well. Jeff Pegues, can you give us some more detail specifically about his relationship with the DOJ?
Well, yeah, here's what is a little bit different about Mike Flynn. When you mentioned Paul Manafort and Rick Gates and George Papadopoulos, here's why Mike Flynn, for investigators, is a key to this case. He straddles not only the administration, but also the campaign. He was with President Trump during the campaign period. He was one of the president's top surrogates at that time. And then he transitioned into the White House. And here is something else that is key with this investigation. During that period that he was transitioning into the White House, investigators discovered that he wasn't disclosing payments that he was getting from RT, which is an arm, or which is considered an arm of the Russian government. It's a cable channel that is funded by the Russian government. It was just asked a couple of weeks ago to register as a foreign agent, which it had to do, and now Russia has responded to that, ensuring that U.S. television organizations in Moscow follow suit and register as foreign agents. And so Mike Flynn is a key witness because he straddles the campaign and he straddles the first few weeks of the administration. And there were these concerns that he wasn't disclosing payments, not only from Russia and Russian interests, business interests, but also payments tied to Turkish companies as well.
All right, Jeff Pegues reporting for us in Washington. Jeff, we thank you. Our coverage continues on CBS This Morning and on your local news on this CBS station. We will follow this story throughout the day on our 24-hour streaming network, CBSN. Watch it all at cbsnews.com.
This has been a CBS News Special Report. I'm Gail King with Vladimir Dudier and Bianca Goladriga, CBS News, New York.
For news 24 hours a day, go to cbsnews.com.